Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Stephen Mallozzi. Of course, will be making his Truck Series debut this weekend at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. How's it going?
Oh, buddy, just glad to be here. I'm pretty excited. It's starting to set in now that holy crap, we're 3 days away. So yeah, 3 or 4 days away, I guess now. I don't even know what day of the week it is. Tuesday, I think, when we're filming this. So it's, Saturday obviously is the race, and it's just starting to set in.
Yeah, for sure. So how did this opportunity come about?
Oh God. So the whole story is basically about a year and a half ago, sitting in my room, pretty pissed off. It's a week after my birthday. And I'm upset. I had never gotten my opportunity to race in NASCAR. And Dad walks in, asks me what the hell is wrong. And I'm like, Dad, I never got my shot. And he's like, son, after I got sick, you kind of gave up. You've got nothing to mope about until you try. I'm like, okay, that kind of lit a fire under my ass. Started trying, sending emails to whoever would answer. And I get a response from a truck team owner who was running a driver development program out of California. And I'm like, okay, this seems like a great opportunity. So I start emailing a bunch of people trying to get money, trying to get funding, sponsorship, whatever. And I emailed the 76ers commentator, Mark Zumoff. And he refers me to a reporter at NBC named Michael Carey. And Michael Carey attaches me on an email chain with Josh Rayum and some Italian guy named Peter Salino. Who Peter Salino is, what he does, completely beyond me. Calls me about 5 minutes later, not literally, about 5 minutes after this email was sent. Says, listen, don't do this. You're coming to Charlotte. We'll see you in a week. Pack my bags. A week later, I'm in Charlotte. Not 2 days after I move in, I walk into Josh Rayum's shop, sit down at his desk. He walks in, asks, who the hell are you? In walks Peter, does introductions, says, get this kid a job. We start working. And before I know it, here comes a driver development program, a great relationship with Josh Rayum. We become close friends, get things figured out. And he has been working to try and find me an opportunity for a truck ride ever since. Yeah.
And now it's finally here at Mid-Ohio.
Yeah.
It's road course racing. Do you have any background to that?
Oh yeah. So I did go-kart racing for years, maybe a decade. I started off in indoor kart racing, which I know, is that really competitive racing? I don't know. So I learned the foundation. I started doing outdoor go-karts. Actually became a runner-up national champ. Represented the United States over in Portugal at Rotax Grand Finals, which is arguably the most prestigious karting event in the world. And that's pretty much the road racing background. That is what I've used to leverage my ability on road courses with. Is, I started out on these asphalt road course like tracks, and I was pretty damn good at them. So in stock cars, all my experience so far is on ovals, but obviously going to change that on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be definitely interesting. I know you have a background, and I know that you've gotten a lot of support from everybody trying to put this together. Has it hit you yet? You're going to actually do this?
No, not really. Yeah, I am sort of still in disbelief that it's even happening. Every now and again, today I sent a tweet, and I found out that there were only 36 trucks going, which is big because, realistically, if there's more than 36, we're probably one of the candidates to go home. First truck start, it's just one of those things where we're 35th in the points, where you could realistically end up being the truck that gets sent away. So hearing there were 36, it was kind of a relief. And I sent out a tweet, I said, Bob, does this mean we're in the race? Referring to Bob Pockris. And he actually quote tweeted it and said, obviously trucks can enter until an hour before, but, barring all else, Stephen Mallozzi, my teammate Kento, a few other guys will be making their truck debuts at Mid-Ohio. And I was like, holy crap. Now Bob Pockris has tweeted about me. That's it. You know, it's real now. It's kind of holy crap, holy. This is going down. So
This is
yeah,
fun. Yeah. Yeah. Mason Filippi and Connor Mozak are going to make their trucks debut as well. So
yeah. Connor is in the 32, so I think he'll be pretty good this weekend if I had to guess.
he's got a good shot of winning that art in the ARCA race as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah.
should be fun there. What's the biggest thing that have you done any simulations or anything like that or
Oh yeah. I have been running a sim on Mid Ohio constantly. Fixed setup. I don't really touch it, and really just getting a feel for the track. I will say, I'm trying to take it with a grain of salt because I feel like a more accurate indicator of what the event is going to be like is the Xfinity series and what they've done there. So the shift points in the simulator when I've been running it with the fixed setup have been extremely different compared to the setup of what the Xfinity series is doing. So the Xfinity series, you know, I've been trying to really analyze what gears they're in when they exit corners and kind of use that as more of an indicator. Because I feel like at the end of the day, I mean, that'll be pretty accurate. I don't think we'll be that far off at Xfinity time, and I don't think the RPM range will be that significantly different. I think they'll be pretty close at the end of the day. But obviously, yeah, I've been spending hours on the sim to get ready for this.
yeah, for sure. Going out there, drivers. I know you're going to be making the trip out there tomorrow. I'm going to be heading out there as well on Thursday. What is it going to be? What is it going to be like? Heading out there. Is this your first time to Ohio?
Not my first time to the state, first time to the track for sure. I've never been to Mid Ohio, the actual course. I actually grew up with a bunch of kids who raced there and did the USF race, I think last weekend.
What's that 2000?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. I grew up with a bunch of kids who did that. Yeah, and that's something else, you know, to see those kids also succeeding and they're at a similar level, right? I think that's pretty comparable to what the truck series is for IndyCar, or at least, you know, kind of comparable in some respects. Yeah, I don't know. I'm driving down with my dad and my uncle and one of my good friends who will actually be spotting for me at Mid Ohio. And you know, Noah, kid I grew up with, we've been talking about me going to NASCAR for a long time, and we've grown up watching NASCAR together. And for me, it's pretty cool now that he's going to get the spot for me. My dad, obviously, we grew up racing together. So finally being able to complete this dream and having him there to see it, even after I retired when he got sick, that is really something else. That's something special. So
Yeah, for sure. It'll be a fun one there. And I'll get to experience it itself because I'll be down there as well. So it'll be fun.
yeah,
All right, Stephen, I know you got to get packed. I know you got to get ready to go, but thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
yeah, man.
Good, best of luck in your truck debut at Mid Ohio.
Of course, it was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.